And we are live. How's it going, guys? This has been a long time, far and beyond. Finally, we're back. We're live streaming. This is like the first live stream I've done in like a week. I think this is the longest I've gone without doing a live stream. Jeez. Let's see if I still have it. Anyway, guys, we are going to do our reaction video on the dev blog they did last Wednesday. I know we're a little bit late, but I've been away, so I never had a chance to do it. And just to let you guys know, disclaimer, I am just like you guys. I'm watching this thing. It's a reaction. I don't know of a release date. They do say maybe end of October, maybe the beginning of next month. That's just speculations. I'm hoping it is true, because if it's the end of October, it's going to be a freaking nice end of October. I tell you that. But yeah, guys, this one, I am so excited to watch with you guys, because I was skipping through a little bit to try to find a thumbnail. Oh, and I found such cool stuff. I'm so excited to go through this and just take a look. It just looks, oh, I can't wait. Anyway, yeah, again, I don't have any insider information about the game. I'm just like you, just a player. I am not a developer. A lot of people mistake me as part of this thing. I'm not. We're just going to watch it. If you want to go and watch it without me blabbling along and talking, well, there's the link right there. You can go here to the Fun Pimps and do it yourself and just watch them instead of me talking. But this is my reaction. Enjoy and welcome everybody. Sam, people everywhere. Wild Axeman, been a long time, man. Glad you're doing well. Hey, y'all, welcome back. Home Reach, and RJ, hope the vacay was awesome. It was freaking awesome. It was well needed. Right, so we're good to go, guys. Let's get the party going. And I will read some of your questions as best I can. But remember, guys, this is all about me just watching this thing. I try not to interrupt them talking. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay.
And here now we're gonna do a quick switcheroo. Let's see if I can get the timing on this. Nope, I did not. I didn't at all. Okay, look, there's Zach. Zach, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Guys?
Thanks, Fly.
All right, I am.
Meat
I'm
Lotion,
Zach
thank you for the
Roberts.
membership
I am
for
on the,
that long.
the coding team here, as you can see with my title programmer there.
That guy has nothing in his room.
Yeah, I'm been working on some DMS updates and stuff, and so I guess
I like
we'll
it,
be
nice and clean.
Getting into that here shortly.
Cool. And then now.
Oh, yeah, guys, I forgot to mention. If my stream just stops buffering, it's my internet. I'm so sorry, having so much problems today. So just bear with me with that, okay? If it stops, I'm sorry. I might be back, I might not be back. If I don't come back, well, we'll do it another time when it's working. So heads up.
Here. And I need to get faster at that clicking. Come on. There it goes. Go ahead, Steven.
Hey, I'm Steven Dudek. I'm a programmer, and my main responsibilities are the drone and dismemberment improvements. We'll be seeing some of that later.
Yeah, no, that'll be a lot of fun to see. So, I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna start with actually Zach is he's gonna be explaining some things that he did. I'm gonna load up the game. We're gonna set up a scenario. For
Gameplay tonight, guys.
Hopefully it doesn't interrupt him explaining.
There's
it.
quite a lot of gameplay tonight. I'm so happy.
Him back on the screen. Okay, so Zach, go ahead and get started, and I'm gonna load up.
So, such a nice thing to come back from a holiday
Right.
to this.
Well, so yeah, first off, we have really leveled up the complexity of our procedurally generated tracks for DMS. So for your like exploration and suspense case, those cases you'll actually be noticing that they have a lot more complexity. We have like these A and B sections going in them, so it's going to sound a lot less robotic, a lot less procedurally generated. So yeah, they'll sound much more organic. So that's kind of a big improvement. And
Can you guys hear? Is it
yeah,
loud enough?
we've got it set up to where like within those groups, particularly within primary on exploration, that's one of our groupings. We have it to where like the main instrument, we can like double up on those, and I've done all this regrouping within the system to enable certain types of content to play together and stuff like that. So without getting too much into the technical details, what you hear whenever you're like just roaming around or like exploring POIs, it's going to have new levels of complexity. It's going to be much more dynamic. And yeah, beyond that, let's see. We've got some like randomness improvements.
Okay, so wait, hang on a second. Victor says this game is underrated in my opinion. Not so much. I think this game is quite good. I did the other night. I went on the Steam charts and I showed people how many people actually play 7 Days to Die on a daily basis, and it was like 33,000 to 40,000 people playing on a daily basis. I think that was right. Right, yeah. That's a lot of people. Not many games can achieve that. That's more than State of Decay. That is more than I think Raft. That is more than Scrap Mechanic. That is more than a lot of the games that you see. This game is popular more than you think. So I think the popularity in this game is pretty good. And even I as a content creator, I get a lot of views on my channel, like a lot. I mean, Glock 9 has a video that reached 1 million views, 1.5 million views. That's a lot of people. So yeah, this game is still popular, guys. And it, as well, when I showed you, is the popularity was going up, not down. Throughout the years, since the game started, the popularity has just been going up and up and up. So they are definitely doing something right. They're definitely bringing more people in the game, and that's good for us content creators. So yeah, hey, welcome everybody, welcome. How's it going?
Not much really to it. Is, I mean, hard problem to solve, but it's like you'll just see that the music that you hear the tracks that form the pieces of it a little less often.
Wait, they've added more music now.
It's like we have to like cycle through all the content before we allow it to play again.
Is that what he
stuff
says?
Like that. So hopefully that feels less chunky, less weird. But the big thing though.
Is my webcam too bright, guys? It looks very bright in
This
mine.
is the big thing for DMS that is coming with this next update. Is that we are going to have a dedicated Blood Moon combat. So we got a bunch of new content for it, thanks to a group called Native Darkness. They shipped us a bunch of new content, and it sounds awesome. And the Blood Moon combat will be dynamic on like a whole new level. So what it's going to be doing is it'll be responding in real time to your threat level. So the track itself will kind of cook up and cool down as you get the waves of zombies, and as
You're talking about music,
kill them and
right?
stuff, you'll notice that it's kind of
Like sound effects.
blowing up. So it'll kind of like boost your intensity and sort of decrease it based on what you're what situation you're in. So
That's pretty cool, though.
that is going to add a new level of dynamism to the content, and other than that, we really just got in some new optimizations, have significantly reduced the memory footprint of the system. So you're welcome to your RAM and all of that. But yeah, that's basically it.
That's good news.
Do you want me to go ahead and load up and we can
Yes.
try and
Yes.
trigger a Blood Moon?
Gameplay. Yes.
So that you
Gameplay.
can,
Yes.
Let's
so
do
you can
that.
hear
We
the
don't
music.
want art.
Yep.
Okay. So
We want
here, I'm
gameplay.
going to real fast.
I think it's about the
Moving where you all
music.
can
I
see
don't really
what
use
goes
that,
over
though.
here.
I turned it off.
So everybody say bye to Zach. Sure, I can see him for a minute.
Bye, Zach.
Wait, why am I over here?
I don't care about Zach.
Okay.
We want gameplay.
No, that's fine. Let's do that side. There we go. That's better. That was
Hey,
weird.
welcome on my side.
I don't know why I have a scene that's like that. Okay, so I'm gonna load up this scenario. Basically, I'm just gonna go to a Blood Moon. I need to give myself enough experience to be past level 1. You said.
Yeah, so I mean, just give yourself maybe like 30k XP or whatever,
And then run around and get them to chase me, and then that's it. And then we'll start hearing the music.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's unfortunately we can't really demo the exploration and suspense changes. Those are just something y'all are gonna have to wait for because can't make sure that all of those changes will actually be displayed on demand because it is a random system. But Blood Moon is deterministic, so
It's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. It's nice that they've thought of that.
Okay.
I've always turned that music off. It always
Take
bothered
a second,
me.
everybody.
But maybe now it'd be better.
It's not
I
like
don't know.
streaming in, loading in. It's just give me a moment. I can't see chat though. So if I hope everybody's doing good though.
I like this guy. I always mention guys. I like this guy.
Sean, tell us a joke,
He's really really awesome.
or at
You
least
should definitely
talk
watch
to
his
Sean
stream and go and follow him
while we wait.
as a content
Hello,
creator. It's
chat.
pretty good.
Tell you a joke. I'm not one of those people that busts out the jokes. I just
that's
on the
Oh,
fly.
a lot
Yeah,
of pressure.
jokes.
Just like
Wow.
I know.
be funny.
Tell
But,
me,
that-
That takes a long time. I'm just
you're
kidding.
killing me here.
Done everything.
I'm so excited for the gameplay.
Sean, everybody, he's banned from this.
I'm pretty sure that
Oh look! All of a sudden,
saved by the game.
they all.
So,
go.
guys, if you have not noticed, now's your time to notice, okay? The texture and the grass has changed in the forest biome. And I might say it looks freaking awesome. It reminds me a lot like Empyrean, actually.
Well, they saw us testing it for like 3 years. I think they're not gonna believe you, Sean. Okay, so
Oh, that looks so much
I
better.
say, I'm just-
It was so needed.
Alright, so I'm gonna give myself a bunch of XP. I don't want to show too well. Okay, we're gonna just do it right here because that's right. We are supposed to stay away from certain parts. So let me do this. I'm just gonna grab. How about an AK? Let's do an AK. We're gonna do an AK. That's all we need.
Yeah, they changed the AK model.
We're gonna grab an
So
AK.
he's gonna show you the new
That's
AK
be a
model
good
now.
one. 7.62. Let's grab some of that.
Which
And then I'm going.
I like it, but
to,
it just doesn't feel like an AK to me. Like an
let's
AKM
do
or
a
something.
Set time. Or actually here.
Do like
I'm gonna-
do like a set time like
do that.
21:45 or something to that effect. So like
Oh, I
right
can't do
around
day
there.
7. I had to do like day 21.
No, do day 7.
Hello,
but,
Desert
like,
Fox,
do
how's it
day
going?
7 at the time 21:45. So kind of like
Okay.
slides in.
I was about to say, man, you're giving me an AK and nothing else, and you're like, you got to do this in front of everybody on day 21 with no perks, no nothing. Just
Mr.
do
Rich is
it.
bold,
Alright,
yeah,
we're going
right.
straight to day 49, boys.
Okay, I'm ready.
So he's gonna play the music. The music's gonna play so we
We
can
should have
hear.
went a little closer. Now we have all this suspense of waiting.
That's how I like it. I mean,
So-
I mean,
So, how many zombies do I need chasing after me to get this sound going?
so you should actually have Blood Moon all night except for once you killed off like every wave, and it should
Okay, so it is.
terminate at that point.
Do I need to turn up my daily time allotted, or is that
No,
fine?
no, you don't. You might want to.
It's like a
increase the
rail
volume
AK.
just
Yeah,
a
like a
bit.
modified version of an AK.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I don't know. I mean, as long as. Hey, chat, can we hear this? Okay.
Here, look, we're gonna crank it up.
Yeah, just
I
up
want
it,
y'all
man. I
to
want to
make
hear
Turn
it.
it up.
We're gonna turn that up, and then
Shadowy
also
Wolf says, "Yeah, turn it up."
I'm gonna find.
Dynamic mesh
what's
options.
the,
What's that? What's that? Click on that.
Let's turn that up a little bit.
Oh,
so you
that
can
is-
see everything.
Brightness right there.
Yeah, there you go. That's good enough. Okay.
Guys, you see now. I don't know if you noticed, but I noticed this when I was skipping on through. You can actually see the grass now actually moves in the wind, and I think that's such a nice effect. Always wanted something like that. It just looks nicer. So when the wind moves, you can see the grass moving. Take a look at it.
If you here, oh God, really? First few moments.
It's very fuzzy. It's just nighttime, so. Run smooth. I don't hear the music yet, though. Hey, Mr. Reach, welcome back. Hello.
think you
I don't think anyone's hearing any of the music.
Yeah, I'm hearing nothing.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, hold on.
How about the gunfire? Can you guys hear that?
Yeah, you heard that. Here, let me make sure. It's enabled.
It's enabled. We got
I don't
the.
think you had to do that.
You
but-
didn't. You didn't. Did you mess with the enable dynamic music at all? Don't touch that, but because like it'll just like, yeah, it'll like cause a lot of like content to be reloaded and stuff like that.
Okay. So, was it supposed to play right whenever we started it?
Yeah, it should have started right up. I tested this earlier to make sure we're good.
Okay, now, everybody remember, we are still testing some things.
Yeah.
So, if something doesn't show up right on stream, I can tell you right now, something with the restore power is not going to work right. Maybe
The change of
maybe
the
blood moon
goldenrod
ward
flowers.
is too scared of me
Not
to
the goldenrod,
play
the
music.
the cotton.
Because I feel like that's what's...
Sure. Yeah. My zombies left it.
Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, I tested it, several times earlier while I was thinking about being like really nervous showing this on the stream, making sure, absolutely sure that
okay.
it would work. But
So, here, let me make sure there's nothing else. I'm level 61. Stop it. You're embarrassing yourself.
It looks really smooth though. Like there's no jitter.
Well, I don't know then.
Even though he's running
we
around
can,
super fast as well.
We can maybe run like round back to it. I'll see if I can figure out what's going on. But like, yeah, I don't. Yeah, we tested it pretty good earlier.
Here. At least I'll give him something. There you go. Does that make up for it, everybody?
That's for the
It's just like music.
if you don't know, that's for the
same.
Twitch integration, guys. That's for Twitch there.
Exactly like music.
Which I plan on using at some point.
I'm joining your game.
Okay.
Just because I want to see if it works.
What, the music or the confetti?
If I can join your game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you should be able to.
Well, Sean, you're not
should
gonna get
also
it.
play too, but you know how that went. So
Yeah, I don't think you would get it, Sean, because you're hosting like a P2P right now.
Yeah.
Lathan, so you should be.
Ooh, I like
getting
the
it as
fog.
well, so
Is that
we
like
didn't
a thing?
spot an issue earlier where it was like having issues on P2P, specifically with Blood Moon. But
It's like gotten very foggy.
man, bummer.
I can do this all day.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. That looks like Halo. I think you stole that from Halo.
Man, you are all about saying we still every... Oh, great.
That's
not
the
good.
truth.
That's not good.
Every time the developers will do something in a game, they'll say, "Oh, you stole that from Fallout. You stole that from
You
that."
don't have any repair kits because
I hate it
you
when they
forgot to
do
tell me
that.
to spawn repair kits.
It's my fault.
Nope.
Those zombies look bigger.
God, it
The
wasn't
hazmat
that.
ones look much bigger.
It wasn't that.
No why he just pauses the zombies for a minute to just
Don't
do.
die. Don't die. Don't die. You're gonna be okay.
I don't hear any of the music.
Everybody's like, did you just
Three
god mode, you
Jenny.
cheater?
Maybe we're getting off track right now. I kind of
We are.
Yeah,
We are.
big time.
Okay, let's
How so quickly we turned into Lathan's confetti party?
I mean, it could just be a fluke. Just try it. Maybe try again here in a bit. But yeah,
do you want me to just set the time to a different one? Here, let's do this. Set time 14.
Ooh, I didn't know you can type in ST to change the time. That's nice to know.
Buddy. Honestly,
didn't
this
know
is
about
what I
that.
was going to show on my time, so we just moved my time slot forward. Okay.
And you're at a non-1 level, right? I mean, I saw you do it. If you look at your
Yeah,
character
level
stat
62.
real quick. Okay.
Yeah.
Man. Nothing.
Do you want me to trigger the DMS on and off? See if maybe.
Well, that actually will cause like a lot of like, and it would take a minute to actually
Yeah,
end up doing anything, but it likely, you know, if this issue, I mean, I would probably try starting a new game to see if you can demo it, but I feel like maybe we could round back.
Okay. I mean, that's fine.
I am really
why don't
interested to
we,
hear that
instead of
music, though.
continuing doing this. What if we move on? So, I think the next thing we're gonna actually, I think, Steven is going to. Here, let me just kill them.
No, that's not going to work because they're just going to respawn.
And here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come up here for a moment, and then I'm gonna click back. First of all, so I can see chat, and second, so you can see Steven, so that he can start talking. I will keep this kind of going, so you'll hear a little thunder in the background. Actually, why don't I change the time so that it doesn't? Let's just do this. Let's just do like 2. There. Okay. Seriously, that's everything's dead. It's now day 2, so we're gonna go back, so we can see Steven for a bit. Hey, how's it going, Steven? All right. Whenever you're ready.
The pressure's on, Steven.
Alrighty. I'll just start off with a few things, and then here, whenever you're ready, we can kind of get to one in game and take a look at it. To start off, kind of maybe with a little bit of recap. The junk drone's a bot companion.
It's very soft.
It benefits from the robotics inventor perk. Anyone you can use a drone, and only one drone may be active at a time. Higher quality drones will yield more mod slots for customization. Once deployed, the drone will follow the player around unless it's told to stay. Base abilities are as a pack mule, and it has a base set of 16 inventory slots. The VO, or voiceover, has been completed here for it now. So that brings with it one other beneficial ability where it'll bark if an enemy is coming up nearby and let you know. There's also a couple other different quality of life things. There's now separate different
I'm not
indicators.
too interested in the drone.
On the map and on the UI. This will let you know, for example, if you end up dying and a drone's left somewhere, or the drone can also end up taking some damage now, which will also cause it to shut down. If that does happen, you'll be able to track back to it and find it. Just 1 second.
You guys hit the like button.
You could spawn a drone.
It does help support my stream a lot.
Yeah. Let me,
Sure.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna click back over. So, let me find that scene again. Boom. Okay, and then let me get a drone.
Oh, look at that, guys. That's
Level
new.
4.
The, I don't know if it means he's cold or something, but if you see on the edges of his screen, you can see this, like, blue thing. I think that means it's cold. Is that an Alpha 19? I don't think so. Davidson says, Reach Gaming, yes. Random? Right.
Okay.
Oh, he's going to show the drone, really?
Maybe each of the mods there too.
Okay. Let's see. These are all the. Whoop. So. Here, let me grab them all and then we'll go through it in the bag. Do you want to explain all these or?
I will here in just a minute.
Okay. You want just place
Before
it?
we get to that, yep, just go ahead and place it down.
Startup sequence activated.
And there you could just kind of show off and have it follow you around a little bit and everything.
I like that. I like
some
the
of the
voice.
other stuff here that's been added for it now. It also has fully functional storage.
Wow, it actually follows you pretty well.
It acts like a regular box, can have a password set.
Huh.
So if anything happens in multiplayer, no one's going to steal your stuff. It's now also fully craftable. Takes a few minutes to craft, but to craft the drone will take 5 robotic parts.
Happy Monday, Mr. H. Hello,
steel,
T.
15 duct tape, 15 scrap polymer, and 2 motion sensors. and it can be made at the workbench.
I'll
All of
check it
these
out.
items here that you're going to see, you need to find a book for.
Looks pretty well.
Pattern for first. And now we could kind of just move
Yes,
into
of
checking it out
course.
in some of the different mods here.
Okay.
Right there, Lathan was just showing off the ability for the drone to either set up and stay or follow.
You must remember, guys, this is a very good thing because now that the fun pimps have developed the follow and stay script in the game, you get these modders now who can actually go ahead and make actual followers follow you around better than prior to that. So we're looking at maybe some mods in the future of having a wolf as a pet. You can tell it to stay, tell it to go. Because the base of the code is there now, it makes it easier for the modders. I'm pretty sure. So that's going to be pretty cool. I can imagine what modders are going to do with that feature, not just having a drone. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
You. In order to mod the drone, you're going to have to pick it back up.
I wish you would get rid of the weather, make it sunny.
Go ahead and
It's horrible.
take your pick
Removal
there and
personal
you
items
want
to
to
activate
out.
storage mode.
I'd mix and match.
I like the
the
voice, it's so
like
cool.
one storage mod,
Please
maybe
don't
healing a
leave me in here
flashlight
too
or
long.
something. Depending on the quality. So at a 4,
Okay.
I think we'll get 2 or 3.
So let's
2.
see. Add that. And then what do we got? The
healing.
the medic. Ooh. Okay. I like that one. Wait.
Oh, look at
That
that.
one's good too. There's two
Stamina-
of them have visual effects we can also show, which is
Increases
the,
your
support
stamina.
mod, the
Stamina
teddy bear, and
regeneration
then
about
also the,
increased by 10%.
armor. So when you put the teddy bear on, that should be represented on the drone. You'll see the little teddy bear riding around.
It's pretty cool, actually.
And
It's
what this
quite
one
handy. I'm not gonna
specifically
lie.
is it will give you a 10% boost to stamina regeneration
It
for
is good
anyone
to
else
be
in the
online.
area.
It's so cute. It's like the bears talking.
And there won't
to me.
be any guns on the
It's not a
drones,
whole
guys.
lot,
As far as
but if you go and
I
run,
heard.
You should see a little bit of a difference from when you're running for your stamina to regenerate and build up.
Oh, here, hold on. Okay. That's not bad.
How long does
Huh.
it take? How many bolts do you have to feed to the drone before it becomes friendly towards you?
I almost thought he was serious there for a
Does it
second.
want it?
Just
should
spreading
show up,
misinformation here,
Yeah.
Sean.
If you're close, I think it should show up for you, Sean, too. Let me explain where it shows up. It's in the lower left-hand corner. You'll see a little gear icon, and that'll say that you're in range of it, and it'll provide
Yeah.
you with that buff. If you don't see that icon, then you're not getting the buff.
Oh, that's good.
No, it's
The,
not as bad as I thought it
go
was
ahead
going to
and
be.
do the
I think
visual
it's
one there, and
quite
you
cool,
can throw
actually.
the armor on. This
So-
one's a little harder to
Oh, I do love an adventure.
physically test at the moment, but
Wait a minute. So the
If you change the time a fair bit, we might be able to get out of this stormy weather stuff so we can see it better.
Thank you.
that helps.
That grass, guys, that grass.
Whoa,
If you've
we're
seen a
doing
game
stuff.
called Empyrean, it looks just like Empyrean.
So you want me to take off the?
Go ahead and take off just the support one and toss on the armor.
Okay.
Guys, look at the right. I see the cotton and the chrysanthemum in 2D. No, it still's the same. Oh, that sucks.
Then let's.
It's 2D. Why?
Ooh, so now it's got a little cage around it.
Yep. He gets a little extra protection.
Hey, little buddy.
That one you could kind of see if you hit it. Really what this mod does is just reduces the overall damage he's taking by half, but right now you can't damage your own drones.
It's too fast for me.
So I love how they're showing us in-game content. Yes, I agree.
Recent fix here.
It's very good.
And, it's so that when you're swinging a melee weapon, you're not going to hit the drone and he's not going to absorb the hit. Since he's your drone, you can't
My
hit him.
senses have picked up
If you
something.
do,
Does the shooting hurt it?
the shooting won't either too if you're
That's
at
good,
least
actually.
you
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
He brings out a rocket launcher.
From there,
I feel like I'm about
we
to get
can
hit with
go-
a rocket.
How about these rockets? Will that hurt it?
do not hit it with a rocket.
Why not?
I don't
There's
think
a-
Steven wants that to happen on stream.
Yeah,
Seems like a lot of fun.
there's a little issue with the multiplayer at the moment. I mean, you could try and shoot it in single player, but
Yeah, maybe not. Okay.
it's good fun though. But so the next mod there, I would say we should take a look at here is the healing
Oh, I
mod.
do love an adventure.
And that one you'll want to grab a couple bandages there for too. It'll either accept regular bandages or.
Oh,
first
so you
aid
gotta
kits.
feed it the stuff to heal you with. That's cool.
Okay. So here, let me. Sean, you're making me nervous with
Power
that.
up complete.
That is my goal.
Okay. And then just put them in here,
Yep.
right?
Go ahead and put them in.
And then I need to get hurt by something.
Yeah. So you.
Sean,
can
that
either
doesn't mean
take-
hit me.
You can either take 50 damage or just a little bit of damage, and then run up and talk to him and ask him to heal you.
Oh, you gotta ask it to heal you.
Where'd my little buddy go? Oh, there you are. You're behind me.
Trader Jen is just pretty.
Oh, that is cool.
That is so cool.
Yes.
It's like Mass Effect.
Oh, I like that. That is awesome.
And then I guess it's 5 more seconds till it can heal me again.
Yeah. So in the
So
lower
futuristic.
left, sorry, I actually saw this pop up here, but you can see with the little drone icon
That
how
is
long
so
it
cool.
has to go to heal you again.
I like
Probably
that.
change the colors of those, maybe. Yeah. Anyway. No, that's cool.
It works pretty
There
well.
was one more mod, right? The
There's one more mod here that we'll move on to and take a look at, and that is the flashlight mod. You might have to switch back
You
to
know
night
where
for
I'll
that
be
one.
if you need me.
okay, we can do
Flashlight
that.
mod.
Sean's got a rocket launcher, so there's no way we're gonna be in trouble. Other than him aiming it at my head, that makes me uncomfortable. But everything else is fine. You're still doing it. Okay, let's
Powering up. All systems go.
And this one on, you'll probably have to go to night a little bit. So it'll keep focused on you in the state, and it'll kind of give you a little bit of light as you go move about and run. Or if you tell it
Okay.
to stay, it'll point at you. So if you're in an area fighting something, it'll keep
I'll
your
get
area
it done.
illuminated and continue to point at you.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
that is so cool.
Kind of just like a little free torch.
Yeah, I think you can mine with that thing and it will actually just follow you with lights.
okay.
One other visual that's actually new there from
Got a miner's helmet, but like, I mean, that's
a little bit of a running lights
that's
are
awesome.
different than model. This is the finalized model, and there is a little bit of visual cue you can see there on the flashlight if you look at its eye, glowing up a little bit. That
Yeah.
doesn't happen if you don't have it in.
That's good.
Yes, of course.
Come with me, little buddy.
that's great. That's a nice addition to the game. It really is.
Yeah, you
Okay.
could run around with it there, or try.
Yeah,
and
I also wish it
fight some
was a little
zombies and
brighter
stuff
as
with
well.
Around using a melee weapon, you should be able to swing through it.
Maybe they'll
and
nerf it.
Zombies, it shouldn't kind of get in the way.
Okay. let's
It
see if
is
we can
quite
get,
dull.
Yeah, I could just spawn one. Doesn't have to be a feral. I was waiting for me to get hit.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
I got a bad feeling
Uh-oh.
about this.
Okay. Maybe not that one. I'll do a different one.
You guys have to keep me entertained or bad stuff might happen.
Will we get new vehicles?
Okay.
I don't think so, no.
So is there
But-
anything else you want to show with it?
You'll see soon.
currently?
I think that's really maybe if you just wanted to. It takes a bit of time, but you could suicide and show off the mini map
Mini map.
so people know what to look for.
Oh,
It's
you
the
mean show where it is on the?
icon.
Oh, okay,
Mini
yeah.
map.
Well, I mean, I could probably just do.
Oh.
It only shows up when it's in a shutdown state on the mini map.
Mini map. What do you mean? You talking about the map, right?
Wait a minute. Yeah, it came with me whenever I teleported.
Yep.
Well, that's a good sign.
All right, so you're saying whenever I die?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god! Come on, a little higher, everybody. I should have just ate some glass. I can't even kill myself right, everybody. It's because I'm just not used to dying very much. Oh my god! Are you kidding me? Okay.
If you didn't leave, I could blow you up with this dynamite.
Master, we are
Sorry, everybody. I'm just not used to dying, so it's a very new concept for me.
So I think the Fun Pimps have discussed the katana thing and a sword. I don't think that's coming to the game. They did mention that. Why must they add a katana when they've got a machete? Same thing. That's what they said. So I don't think that's coming.
I just
Oh, is it out for streamers already? No, it is not. I am doing a reaction of the A20 dev stream that happened on Wednesday. If you want to go watch that thing, then, well, yeah, just go to the channel, Twitter, and you'll see that they put a link there. I'm just reacting to this.
Die so poorly.
I know. I tried and tried, but it's just too hard to get killed. Okay. I was gonna laugh if
No.
it spawned me right next to it. Okay, so you're saying, yeah,
Now
it's
if
just
you
right
look
there.
at the mini map. Yep.
Yeah.
And it should be. I mean,
Your bag
I'm
now
thinking
flashes.
it should
See
be
that?
shut
It
down
always
right now
flash.
Until you return over there. So if you came up a little ways
I
away
think so.
from it, it wakes back up when you come to range.
There it is.
Unfortunately,
Oh, yeah. No, it did. It was sitting on the ground, and then it went whoop, and came at me. So
Works
that's
really
good.
well.
Here, the volume 2, it has some new barks and stuff as well for that. So a little comedic relief from all its voiceover. And yeah, I think that's check really quick, but I think that covers most of this stuff for the drone. Yeah, we can go ahead and move on to the dismemberment stuff here.
Okay.
Dismemberment.
So-
I want to see that.
Let me go back to a daytime. Pretty sure I saw a wolf over there. Okay, so you want to show here? Let me just kill all before they do that.
All right, guys, I'm gonna have to be right back. Just give me a minute. I'm sorry about this. I need to go to the toilet. Right.
So you need me to spawn. Here, let me grab.
It'll be you
Goodbye
can
then,
also
for now.
use the command TDS, T and D as a dog, and S. That'll make it so the dismemberments happen every time.
TDS. Okay. Okay, so I need to spawn.
I wish you would change the weather when he shows us the stuff.
Zombie Steve.
And you can pick either a blade or a blunt weapon, and dealer's
Oh.
choice. You can start off with whatever you wish. We have 2 different varieties here at the moment. Both of them are going to have a little bit different visual aesthetic, but both of them can also have the chance to dismember a limb at the moment.
I've seen that before.
So that was just one.
I've seen that
for the
before as
head
well.
there.
Okay.
Enough of
let's
19.
let's get
That's
another Steve going.
it's already a thing.
That didn't look correct though.
Did it not?
Yeah, it should have been one with an animation.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so
I've seen those.
TDS, dismemberment testing enabled.
Hello, Bagels.
Try a blade weapon.
Yeah, let's try a blade. Nope, that doesn't look right.
Yeah, I've seen that before. It's an Alpha 19 already.
Oh yeah, they're sharing the same one.
Yeah. Change the weather!
Was it that Steve or a different Steve?
Oh, I know what's going on. It's because it's not activated yet in the XML. So.
Okay.
So it's going as well as our music. Huh.
Okay, well, if you send me real fast what the XMLs, I can just change it.
That's what I'll do, and we can, or we can just kind of come back to it.
Update
here a
and
little
release
later,
date, guys.
towards
So
the
there's
end.
no official release date. Now there's a lot of people that are saying it's coming, this coming. They don't give official release dates, which is completely fine. But it seems like it's coming at the end of October or the beginning of next month. Seems like it. Okay. It feels like I think it's going to be coming at the end of October. That's how I feel. But again, that's not official. So we'll have to see and wait.
I'll send you
Keep
the
coming back to
entity classes, and we'll get that working.
So let me actually skip to
that's
the
fine.
point
That's
where
fine.
they've
we can
they've
come back
sorted
to
this
that.
out now.
Circle back.
Now.
Or would be you don't place a bedroll, and then it's broken.
Yes.
You got that backward. The repro is
Yes.
not fixed.
Yes.
It's the
No. Yeah, we're fixing it with the set of steps.
We're reproducing the good stuff. Okay.
Here
so-
comes
The bedrolls, guys. They've changed the bedrolls. You're gonna see now. You can actually change the color. What a freaking nice addition.
All right, so
let's see, what color
Different
do I
colors.
use for
No.
this time? How about, let's do green.
Well, look, guys, tinted. I don't know if anybody's showing off the tint.
I think we showed it already, or we at least told them it was there.
Yeah.
and I did step out, by the way, and I actually made sure I had it working in with an engine, so it was working there, and I guess Dolly was able to get it working. So
Okay.
this is it's unfortunate that this is the only place it's failing.
Okay, no, we're good, everybody. We're gonna
When
do
you
this
placed your
again.
sleeping bags before, I wouldn't think you'd be testing it like that.
Stop
All right.
poking holes in it, Sean.
I'm just saying, when I test stuff, New World, I'm not laying down sleeping bags. You think, that would be your default case of, hey, start the blood moon. I don't have a sleeping
He's gonna
bag.
try that music thing again.
Yeah,
But I
no, I
guess
It's
wouldn't.
very back and
Zach is
forward
very
this stream.
security-minded.
It's pretty bad.
Dude.
Sleeping bags down
He
every time.
is.
Oh,
He
yes,
is
yes,
all over
very
it, everybody. Let's see.
Any performance changes? They did mention there was one or two things that they changed to make
Okay,
it
yeah,
better.
go on XP.
In the beginning of the
So, yeah,
stream.
this should be it. Let's see.
Come on,
Are we
music.
getting it? Come on.
Oh God. Come on.
There's no music.
Does it take a second?
Oh, so Dolly is saying you didn't have any home music either. So it's like DMS just isn't awake at all.
Okay, hold on. Well, that wasn't a good idea. I should have done 0-0.
You should have music on your bedroll.
Okay, well then here, let's go all. Let's just stand on this bedroll for a sec. So you're saying if I just stand here,
Yeah, you should. Well, I mean, right now, well, yeah, I guess because it's day 2. Yeah, you should have music on your bedroll. You got nothing?
They should have. They should have at least done a practice run of all these things before actually live streaming, because it's kind of annoying. You're sitting here watching this. I'm already like 40 minutes in, and then they haven't actually shown us anything except what they've shown us. So
let's go back to the options. Make sure.
they're trying to fiddle with this thing
fun,
on live
We're
stream.
getting to see the process that we do this at. What if I really want to flip that on and off? I don't know why. It's that whole like unplugging it and plugging it back in. For some reason, I just really want to hit that button. You keep telling me no. That's not.
Yeah, that's yeah, man. I mean, it's really unfortunate.
I'm doing it. Nope. This is happening. Wait.
Yeah, if you then if you adjust that and apply, did you apply that? I think, yeah.
Okay.
So it'll take a minute before you get any music with this, but
I want to hear it. Come on. Play it for me. Does anybody hear it yet?
it's gonna take a good bit because it like offloads the content because we don't want to be like using any memory for stuff no
Oh.
one's gonna be using.
It has to write the music first.
Yes.
The creative composer is currently thinking about the music and what kind of style it wants based upon.
Another thing, guys, I noticed it's always cloudy and rainy. This is something I really, really, really hated in Alpha 19. It is terrible. I don't like it. I don't know why it's a thing. They should just remove it completely because it's ugly. And it makes the game look ugly. The graphics look ugly when it's pouring with rain like this. I hate this rain so much. I think you guys can agree with me. It's just not looking good.
Your picture
The rain.
and your info it stole off the internet. That's where AI really does.
Yes.
It analyzes your life and figures you out. We bought.
Sean
from
is our
Google.
biggest troll, everybody.
We bought
It's,
it from Google.
just
They
letting
were
you know.
selling it on the App Store.
You know, we came here tonight hoping he'd give good information, but man, is he just all over the place. Believe at least some of it.
Better this way because then it's more surprising. Because then when they actually get the game, they won't know what's real and what's not, and then they'll be surprised by what's actually.
Brendan, or Brendan, whatever your name is. I'm sorry, but I disagree with you. I like the fact that this game is actually still in alpha. It is so much more healthier for the game because you get a live service that you don't pay for. I paid $19 for this game, and that was years ago, and I've been playing every single update completely for free. Where can you find a game where you can play every single major update for free for years to come? The developers are constantly working on their game. You can see they clearly love their game. They're not ditching us. They're not running away with the money that we've bought the game on, because they have paid a lot of money. Another thing is, they are actually making more players. Every single time there's a new alpha that comes out, more players join the game. It's there in the Steam charts. All you have to do is go to Google and type in 7 Days to Die Steam charts, and you can see the player numbers are rising every single alpha, and they're actually stabilizing every single time. I think we're at, I can't remember now, like 33,000 people playing every day. Every time there's a new alpha, it'll go up by 10. By 10, by 10, by 10. Hasn't gone down since the game released. It is what it is.
Actually in the game versus what's not in the game.
Oh my gosh, what is this? While we wait. Are those icons showing?
Has that not been seen yet?
No, it hasn't. Actually,
Oh,
this
wow.
was a part of one of the things I was going to
You're
show.
back, so you can
Oh, that's
just-
cool.
I
I
know.
like that.
Talk about a segue, everybody. Oh my gosh. Did you see that, everybody? We
It shows you where the rocks are for the missions.
let's keep going. Come along.
That's nice for
with
new
me, Chad.
players.
Come along. with
Gives
me.
them a general idea. I like it.
God, seriously.
Fix the weather.
Okay.
It looks so ugly when it's like this, especially when you're live streaming it. The YouTube doesn't like this.
Yeah. Here. Let's go for.
Much better. Thank you.
Okay. Let's spawn some clothes. I'm going to talk about all this in a minute. We're just kind of bouncing back and forth between stuff. I'm going to go stand on this bedroll and hopefully hear music.
Someone wants to know where the icons are for the plant fibers. Shouldn't there just be a giant sea of
I
yellow?
was about to say it would just be, just everywhere.
Where's the icons for the plant fibers? That's funny.
No, you're.
That's what we should do for helping you out in your quests.
I mean,
There
isn't
should
this
be
enough?
yellow around you everywhere.
Isn't this enough, everybody?
Where's the echo for the plant fibers?
Yeah, there's so much grass in the game now that pretty much you can close your eyes and spin in circles and just click some, and you'll probably collect some grass.
I like it. I like it that it tells you what
Oh,
to
it's
do,
still-
especially for new players.
Yeah, let's go over here. There. Okay, you got that step. Now what else you got?
Can you say lag? Lag?
Anything else we could use? Seriously, no. I was about to say, man, birds' nests are so hard to find. Everybody.
Hello, Moscroll. Been a while. How you doing?
Oh man, and where am I gonna find plant fibers? Oh, this is the worst.
No, that's great.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the bedroll.
It reminds me a lot of Empyrean, guys. Play Empyrean, it's very similar.
You should be hearing something probably by now. For some reason, it's like the music system just is like, nope, I'm not doing anything for you. But it's working for me with an engine, and it's working for Dolly as well.
That's weird.
That's really strange.
Yeah, well, I think at this point we should just. It ain't happening. So
Dolly, we've got like a video uploading to YouTube. Actually, it looks like it's finished.
Okay.
So you can see that.
Okay.
hum for us. Hum a few bars and
Show us.
the ideal.
If they have archons for plant farmers, it'd be lag.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
No, it's just
okay.
it's a temporary thing. It's
So-
not a permanent thing.
Oh yeah, Zach. Go ahead, Zach.
You want me to sing a song?
Will you please hum what the Blood Moon music sounds like?
You just say you
Just-
Excuse
yeah,
me,
I
guys.
don't even know what it sounds like. Dude, you're gonna have to do
You
it.
sound
So
better,
just-
Mr. Reach. What do you mean better?
sounds
I mean sick.
It sounds kind of the same but different each time that it plays. That's kind of. It's like it all matches.
That is the
on a-
worst description ever. it sounds
I
the
know.
same but different
No.
every
No,
time.
You'll see what I'm talking
Same,
about.
same, but
It's
different.
Like because of the way that we have to match tracks together, it's like everything had to be kind of interchangeable. So like, it's like different expressions of a similar theme. It's the best way of putting it.
Okay.
It's not very helpful.
Well, so let's do this for now.
Purple Griffin, thank you for the $5, man. High five.
Actually, hold on.
That was awesome of you, man. Thank you. He's also coughing.
I'm
We're all
gonna cough.
coughing.
And then I'm going to actually I'm going to go back to just showing, just me, so I can talk a little bit about some of the things that I've done during this alpha. I think that would be better. And then we'll click back in, and we'll look at a few of them. Though I will say I've already showed you a few. So here. So oh no, not that one. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, everybody. Once again, I'm Lathan Meadows. I'm the one who did, let's see, this alpha. I've been working on Twitch stuff, Quest stuff. We have a new block trigger system, which I'm going to show you in a little bit. And I think that's the majority of what I've done this alpha. And hey, I was thinking about doing that, actually. I was going to pre-record something and have me over here, but I was like, man, that's going to take way too long. That's a lot of effort to commit to. I'm not doing that. So so the double is the best you were going to get. So anyway,
Hey guys, thank you for the
as you
donation.
can see,
Tim.
or as you saw,
That's
the
awesome. Thank you, man.
intro quest we did some changes to. I added in the icons that show you where stuff is. We changed around the quest progression, so now you have to do a certain number of quests at each trader. You get a nice reward for completing the tier 1. I don't really want to give it away fully, but there's a very good reward for the tier 1 complete. Let's see what else. As far as quests, there's a very big change to the buried supplies. Now it requires a rally marker, and I don't want to say anything else about it. There's a surprise in there, but I really want to catch people off guard with that surprise.
Thank you, Tim, and thank
I feel
you.
like I'm doing that a lot
Purple.
with you all.
Seriously,
Sorry,
thank you.
I'm just like, there's this, but I don't want to tell you about it because that's it. What else? We want 2 primes.
All a giant surprise.
Okay. And then also, let's see. The Twitch integration stuff.
Midlotion,
you can
it's been a
actually
while,
come
man.
on
Thank you.
Mondays and Fridays to the stream, and you can see the Twitch integration stuff. I don't really have to explain too much. You saw the confetti. That's the celebrate. Okay. I can't do this. I'm looking over and seeing myself in double. I can't. I can't focus, everybody. My brain is not processing.
I liked it.
Oh, I know you did, but I kept glancing because I have OBS over here, and every time I look over, I see Toomey, and they're like,
Lost right now. But besides that, I don't think I had any brain damage from it.
I have a little bit, but I mean it's neither here nor there.
I mean, that's just normal for programming, I think.
Let's see. As far as okay, so I can give you a brief description of the Twitch stuff that I did. So for Alpha 20, we now have a new voting system. It will pop up at increments that you define. There's, I think, 4 different kinds of votes currently. There's a boss horde. There's kind of like a horde or or crates. There's 2 different kinds of buffs. One's like our silly buffs, and then ones are kind of utility buffs.
This is for the Twitch integration,
What
guys.
else? Events.
I'm gonna be
now
using
you
these
can
things.
actually wire up to say, now this is going to require, so this won't be on by default in vanilla, but you can actually go into the XML and wire up events based on bit donations, subs, gift subs. Like, you don't even have to, if you want, now you can turn off the actions entirely and do everything through just straight up bit donations. And, you know, like if someone gifts 1 sub, then it'll spawn a bear. If they gift 3 subs, it'll spawn, you know, a pack of vultures. I mean, that requires you to customize that. That is not something that will be default in vanilla, but the functionality is there for you to do. You can set up by channel points. You can set up raids. You can say, and actually another thing, it will give points to people. It's all customizable, but you can say, if someone raids me with more than 10 people, give them 2,000 points. Things like that. There's a lot of different ways to customize it now. So if you don't like having like the chat on the screen, you can do it a whole nother way now. It can even still use the cooldown, so it can still have that kind of balanced feel where you can't get overrun, and you can actually get stuff done. So that's all there. What else? As you saw, we did add some silly effects. There's more to come. And if you're interested in any of the Twitch stuff, once again, I do stream that on Mondays and Fridays. So if you just come back here on those days, you can see it in action. It will be for Alpha 19, though. It's like the stuff has moved over to 19. What else? So I talked about the buried supply. Okay, the block triggers. So now we have a system. We just started using it, but now there will be switches that you can hit that will open doors, turn on lights, things like that. We're going to do a lot more with that in Alpha 21. But for Alpha 20, we're going to be using it for little things. Like we have the Restore Power quest. Whenever you turn on the generator, it will activate, let's say, a switch and make it where you can hit that switch to open up a garage door, which is actually an example I will be showing you in a minute.
That's cool.
But there's other examples where it turns on lights. It can unlock containers. It can... There's a bunch of things. It can break falling traps so that you can have zombies fall down.
I don't think Redstone will be different
okay,
to
I will
Redstone.
say this, though. This is all built into the POI. So this is not a player thing that you can put in. This is something that we will be using to make more interesting POIs. Oh, and then the Restore Power, which I just touched on, but that quest is coming. Still needs a little bit of work. Spawns aren't happening yet, but we're really close on it. And yeah, I could show you a little bit right now. Let me do this. Okay, let me move chat over for the moment. So I'm not going to show you any Twitch stuff. Like I said, if you want to see that, just come back on one of the other nights. You can see it the whole time. But I will show you. Let me get the game back up. And I will show you one example Let's go to editing tools. Yeah, it's fine.
I'm just going to pause here for a second. This is going to be a crazy end of the year for gaming with all of the games and updates coming out. I agree. There's so many things coming out, guys. It's like crazy. There's like so many good stuff. The new Battlefield, the Alpha 20. There's a couple of other, the new Call of Duty game. There's just so many things coming out, which is freaking awesome. Hello. How's it going? Been a while. How you doing? Good to have you on stream. Oh, this is going to take a long time to load again. This guy needs an SSD.
That is not the one. Nope. That is not where I'm supposed to be. Now I just have to remember which one it is. I think it's 05. Yep, that's the one. Okay, wait. Let me look inside and make sure everything's still how it should be. I'm just gonna poke my head in. Yep. Okay, everything's like it should be. Okay, I was a little worried.
A new
so
POI?
Yeah, let's just show it in action. I was gonna show you how to set it up, but I don't know if that's interesting to everybody. Some of you would find that interesting, but let's just go ahead and play test it.
Glad to finally see your stream. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah. So give me just a minute to load this up.
Hey.
How's everybody enjoying this though? How's everybody feeling about all this? We're gonna do this. Do I want to do? Okay, we're gonna do this two ways. I want to show it to you. I'm gonna grab a pistol. We're gonna run in there. Actually, you know, funny enough, I don't even know how to get down to the room that I've been doing this in this whole time. So we're just gonna cheat. Okay, so we somehow made it down here. Hi. Okay, so an example of what I was talking about is this switch right here. Let's see, we come over here, and just as you would expect, I press E, the door opens. Actually, the door over there opened and the light turned on.
Hey, I like that. That is a nice feature.
It's pretty straightforward. And sorry, by the way, the editor kind of causes a little bit of stuttering. Oh shit, that's right. There's a... Oh god, I forgot about him. Now, this was how it's going to work.
Hey, there's a new army
Sandbox.
zombie coming down.
Let me
That is
now
cool.
go back up and turn on the restore power quest.
I like
Now,
this.
like I said, the restore
It's
power
cool.
quest is not
It's
done.
nice.
There's actually going to be some... I don't even know if we really want to tell you exactly what it's going to do. There's going to be some zombies that come. I feel like we should keep a little bit of a surprise. It's not going to be as easy as this looks right here.
No, so the new generator down below is for the quest only, that big generator. The little generator, I think they've remodeled. I'm not entirely sure. Looking forward to Alpha 20, Battlefield, Frozen, and Minecraft caves and cliffs so far. I didn't know there was a new Minecraft thing coming. That's freaking awesome.
Okay. So...
Restore generator, okay. So he's actually showing us this mission now. I'm actually glad he's showing us
It's a lot
this.
more interesting at night because all the power's out. You can't really see. Like, the light's out over there. This light was on.
Okay, so
The
wait,
light.
wait, my question is here, guys. If you do a mission in clearing the place and restoring the generator, it turns the power on. Nice, fantastic, but does it stay on? That is my question. Like, if you wanted to live in this POI, could you do that after that's happened, or does the power just go off again? That is something I want to know. Because if that's the case, that ruins the idea of actually crafting your own generator and putting it in your base to make the lights go on. So I'm curious to how that's going to work.
So all the lights are off. I'm still going to probably cheat my way in the same way because, first off, I don't want to give away the whole POI. And second, I honestly don't know how to get
It's
up
like
there
1 a.m. yeah.
or get down there.
Hop
So
post.
we're just going to fall through.
Hop post.
So it's a lot darker down here now. Now, something you'll notice this time is that I can't see well enough to shoot all these guys. Stop it. Stop it.
Hey, if only you had a drone with a light on it.
Oh my god, that would be helpful. But wait, it's not. Oh, I should really make that not even light up.
The thing is, what I'm trying to say is, it ruins the idea of getting yourself a generator to run the power. Oh yeah, you need a generator to run turrets, but you've just skipped a major part of the game to get yourself lights. It's not a big deal, I suppose. Whatever, I'm just being silly.
Whenever it's not active. Okay, well
Does it need
anyway.
fuel? That's a good question, actually.
It's not powered. What's going on here? It's almost as if I need to do the quest.
Yeah.
So I come over here to turn on the generator.
Oh.
Timer's going to be a little longer. And something else is going to happen during that. And then boom. Oh my god, light happened. And a switch.
That is freaking awesome.
And then now I can activate the switch. You know, it's a little lackluster at the moment because we don't have the sounds and everything wired in. But you get the point. You know,
That is awesome.
you got to get the feel of what's going on here. And this one's not going to do the cool effects. Stop it. Stop it.
I'm looking forward to that.
Nope.
I'm
I do wanna
really
bring up
looking
something.
forward to that.
Here, die for a second.
That's going to be really cool.
There's no light up here. Everything is turned off. Let's go turn on that other generator.
What's
this
it gonna
one's-
do?
Oh, so
This
there's
one's
two.
not
There's
gonna
two
do the
generators.
fancy light show. It's
I'm
only going to
scared.
stay on that red.
Okay, I see.
Because I didn't get a chance to wire it up. But lights turn on. We come up here. Oh my god, more lights are on. Oops, that one was not supposed to turn off. Hey, the lantern's still turning off. Oh my gosh. Okay. So yeah, I mean that's really it. I can show you some other instances. But for the most part, that is everything.
I think that's all I want to see. I like it. That's all I want to know. I
Go
want to
find
explore the rest.
generators. Can
Somebody,
you craft one? Wait, what?
somebody asked if we could craft the switches, the
No.
light switches. That, I assume.
Ah, that sucks actually, because you could use the switches. That would be cool though.
Sorry,
You
sorry.
cannot. Sorry, everybody.
Also,
Because. Okay, here. Let's go back to the editor. I mean, you can craft them. You just can't do anything with them. So I mean,
Decoration.
and by that I mean you would have to mod it in that you craft them.
Oh,
not-
okay, yeah.
I mean, I
course.
guess you can mod it in to do what the other switch does, the electrical switch.
Ugh, the loading thing again.
So, okay, hold on. So, okay, hold on.
Have they announced when the streamer weekend is? No, they're not. They have not announced that. They don't really say anything to us. They have started getting streamers ready. So if you are a Twitch partner or have 5,000? I think it's, yeah. If you have 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, you'll get early access to the weekend. So this is good news because if they're getting people to get ready for this thing, it's probably soon.
Okay, so just so that you know, the reason how these work, or how these actually work is, I come here and I set what triggers they do. This is not something that will be in game. This is only in the editor. But you set numbers based on what triggers it will activate. So like this
That's
switch
pretty cool, though.
triggers number 2. It's triggered by 3. This one over here triggers 3. So those are things that won't be built into the standard game. That is just in the prefabs. That's a good question. Are the generators invulnerable, or can they be destroyed? I think they're going to work just like the satchels. Whenever you destroy them in game and there's still a quest using them, it will just pop it right back in. Other than that, I'm trying to think. Quests, triggers. I mean, I think that's pretty much it for me. I think now we can turn it over to Sean I will here. Let me exit. I'll go to the menu, and then I'm gonna get Sean showing again.
You just load Navezgane.
Oh, okay. You're like, no, don't do that. Just get Navezgane back up on the screen. Well, never mind then, everybody.
Oh, wait, go back.
Navezgane.
I want to see something.
Oh, okay. You're like, no, don't do that.
I saw
get Navezgane
new
back up on the
options.
screen.
Let me just see quickly. So when you
Never
went
mind.
there, difficulty settings, 24-hour cycle. Oh, no, nothing new. Pretty sure. Yeah, that just looks different text or something. I don't know. I don't remember seeing that before. Being there. Oh, it's going to be loading again. So slow.
And remember, everybody,
The mist. I hope they've done that. Hope it's a thing. 'Cause like you have misty days, that'll be so cool. Like it's sunny, but a misty day.
Their number was 819, and it was Zombie Steve.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Can't wait. I only found this game at the start of the year and
Okay.
clocked up
So
over 1,000
after
hours
we
already.
do
I
a little
know.
bit more, then we'll round back over to Steven, who should now have his dismemberment. Ooh, a lot of bouncing around, everybody. Yeah. Give me just a moment. Okay, so go ahead, Sean. What do you want me to do?
All right, well, let's see. First thing I want to talk about is optimizations. Everybody loves those optimizations, and even if some people think we don't, we're always trying to do optimizations here and there. Something that's always on my radar. Pretty much every week when I'm working on some piece of code, I'm cleaning up something or optimizing something. It's just, in general, a lot of optimizations are small, and you don't see, any particularly great improvement from them. So actually, you can show the frame rate graph right now. If you open up the console, Lathan, I can show you how I look for spikes. Type in GFX space G space FPS space 400. That's a good number. Hit enter. Close the console. So see, that's a nice little graph there of the frame rate of the game, and that's a good way to look for spikes. For basically, you're scrolling around the world and like chunks load, zombies spawn.
That is
like
actually really handy if you're trying to figure out what's causing lag.
And typically in the past, the game has had some rather large spikes. A lot of it doing with like chunks loading and unloading and such. So a lot of the work for Alpha 20, a lot of the optimizations have basically been more for eliminating spikes versus just increasing FPS in general. Since those are typically harder to get, it's hard for us to just make the game all of a sudden 20 FPS higher, because a lot of those kind of optimizations have already been done in the past years. So a big one that was made for Alpha 20, possibly the biggest optimization in making the game smooth, is Unity has a new way you can bake collision meshes, and we actually do them on a separate thread now. And what would happen before is anytime a chunk would load or a block would get damaged, or you would add a block or remove a block, the collision mesh for that entire block would have to get regenerated, and it's actually fairly slow. Now there's a system set up to where it gets passed off to another thread that actually runs the block, the mesh generation. Unity creates that, and then it gets passed back to the main thread. And that actually makes the game quite a bit smoother. So, Lathan, if you just like run around in circles, you can basically just just travel some, whatever.
It's much better. Like I've noticed. You must remember, guys, if it looks laggy, remember it's a stream. It's usually streams. I don't know what bitrate he's using on his stream. I don't know what this this is being copied from Twitch to YouTube, so it's gone through a lot of cycles until we've seen it here. It will probably be playing so much better for you guys. Hopefully, I know it's going to play okay for me, but like majority might have issues. It's just how it is. But if you're looking at it here, it looks a bit laggy, but it isn't actually as laggy as he's portraying it. Okay, so don't stress out too much.
See, the spikier that graph is, that means, you know, we have issues with. If there were big drops in that graph, that means we have issues with the game. It actually kind of looks like you probably have VSync on, I would guess, because you have a nice flat graph going there. If you turn VSync off, you can typically see the raw numbers much better. But yeah, so that's the big one. 420, and there's been a variety of other little optimizations just with how code handles various bits of data with meshes and chunks and stability calculations and all kinds of stuff like that. I did make a change recently. Some people had issues with light at dusk and dawn. You get steep light angles. Yeah, you guys
Saw
can
nothing.
buy that
Saw nothing.
Steep light
nothing.
angles causing very long shadows, so that's been adjusted recently to try to reduce the amount of long shadows in the game, so that'll help with some people. Our quality settings for the game have been tweaked. Some things like shadow distances have been adjusted to try to give us better performance to match our low, medium, high, ultra settings. So there's been some tweaks done from there.
Hey, Podray!
We now have an auto detect, so the first time you run the game, or if we bump the version number for the graphics setting, which we have when you get Alpha 20, it's going to reset your graphics settings. The auto detect now looks at your VRAM, RAM, and your GPU. It looks for certain GPUs, AMD, NVIDIA ones with certain names, and it makes a educated guess on what your default quality setting should be. I was looking at our statistics a while ago. Turns out 55% of our players do not touch their quality settings. So they're basically all playing the game on medium default settings. And in some of those cases, they could definitely be playing on high or maybe even ultra. So this
55, that's crazy.
So hopefully this will get some people who don't understand graphics settings, who don't want to mess with any of that kind of stuff, they don't know what all those fun words mean in there. It'll simply guess and find something good for them. Actually, just a few days ago, I put in the auto detect for low. If you're playing on some really horrible, old, low-end hardware, it will try to push you down to low instead of keeping you on medium. You can still, of course, go in there and change the settings how you want manually after the fact. But it is nice for just new people installing the game, or when we release new alphas, it gets everything into hopefully a good
Check that graph moving around.
A new feature that was added, we actually have new anti-aliasing in the game. We have a temporal anti-aliasing, which is a fancy, high-end anti-aliasing. Actually, Lathan, so if you hit the escape key and go to quality, so your anti-aliasing is set to temporal. So this is a fun one. That temporal anti-aliasing also has a sharpening option, so that's what the second slider is there underneath it. And by default, he's playing on Ultra, which is, I don't know if he's got the hardware for Ultra, but some people love to just put it on Ultra because they think the computer is, Terminator can.
Hey, it's handling it. I mean, it's not stutters a little, but I mean, it's handling it.
And sometimes the game doesn't play as well, but you're like, well, Ultra isn't for everybody. In fact, it's really not for a lot of people. But so Ultra and High actually have temporal anti-aliasing on by default. If you take that sharpening option so we can see the effect, put it all the way up to 100%.
Wow.
close out. Yeah, close back. If you look at stuff, you will. I'm not sure how well it's going to show through on Twitch, but
Okay, I mean, it shows really good for me.
yeah, it really sharpens the
Sharp.
world up. So, that's certainly the artists don't want it anywhere up that high, but it is available because I know some people would like to. Some people play with such things and use like ReSharper or whatever other things to make their games to change how their graphics look. So why not? If you want to set it up to 50 or 100%, you can. The defaults are only like 5% I think on high and 10% on true. I kind of like it around 20%, but it's a nice free bonus for having temporal anti-aliasing in the game, which actually the main benefit temporal aliasing gives you is it reduces when you have motion, like running through the world, driving the vehicle through the world. It actually will, a lot of the kind of jaggy edges you see on stuff, kind of flickering. Temporal anti-aliasing actually detects the motion and increases the anti-aliasing. It actually smooths them out. So
That's
it kind of gives
really
it
nice
just
to
a
have that
general
option, actually.
better
I'm
look to
probably
the
going to have it
world.
20%
The
like
things
you
you're
mentioned.
looking at off in the distance flicker less and it looks nicer. One more new feature we have, which we have full screen exclusive mode, which was requested by a few people. It's basically just another version of full screen, but it takes over your main monitor, so Windows is not rendering underneath and not using any like the frame buffer. So most games these days don't use it by default. They just use like a big borderless window, full screen window when you're in full screen mode. But it is available. It does allow, because it actually changes the video mode of your monitor instead of just scaling it to your desktop, whatever you.
It looks a little bit washed out. Is it just me? Has he got his brightness too high? It just looks very gritty, I hope it's not like that. Maybe his gamma is so high. When? Hopefully end of this month, beginning of next month. I'm not too sure. There's no release date for it, but I'm hoping soon. I'm really hoping soon. I'm really looking forward to this. You don't know, guys, I do get early access as a content creator. Many other content creators get early access. So if you want to watch me stream it that weekend, you better subscribe because I will be streaming it. I'll be streaming a long time, up to 8 to 9 hours a time. And we will just have a good time of coffee. We'll have sweets, we'll have chips, pizza, everything. And we will stream it. We'll go through everything that people are asking to see. And we'll just do it. It'll be a lot of fun.
Your desktop resolution you're running like Windows in, it actually will change the monitor's physical resolution, and it's just there.
This is not the scrap rifle. This is the AK.
It's not 100% reliable. Sometimes you try to switch to a certain resolution and your monitor doesn't support it. Your operating system doesn't like it, and Unity will pick some weird resolution you didn't want. We have code in there now that detects the failure and just switches you back to a window. Yeah, so that's all of our optimizations in our new settings and such. That's everything that we've
Definitely
done in
be tuning in
Now,
on your
let's
stream if
get
I can.
to,
Oh man,
terrain
I hope you all
changes,
come to
which
that. That'll be awesome.
plants is a big one, and there's some plants right there. You're looking at them. So grass has gone through a whole variety of changes.
He's a funny guy.
The meshes that we use to create
There's
the
a pine
grass,
cone.
actually, if you stare down like that piece of tall grass right in front of your face, if you stare down and look at it, you'll see the geometries. That's actually doing like 3 faces. A lot of that stuff used to just be 2 faces. So you basically would have like a plus symbol if you look down at it from above. All that stuff's been tweaked. The mesh generation's all the code's been rewritten for that. And now we do more complicated shapes. We do pretty much, you won't get pluses on any of that stuff. You'll get at least 3 planes. It looks much more 3D. And the sizes, the distances, all that stuff's been adjusted. The shaders have been updated for how it draws them. And the art itself has gone through a variety of tweaks. So if you look forward a bit, yeah, if you change your time slider again, you can
Yeah, I know.
stop the rain. That's another thing I'm going to talk about next. is
Yes.
the weather. But if we can get the sun back out, there we go.
Yay.
So if you walk into a patch that's open, like right forward and to your left, there is that's what we have. This is short grass. So we have this new short grass in the game.
Man, that
That's
looks
a
good.
brand
That looks
new
so much
texture.
better.
We only have one of them right now. Hopefully we'll have some more other variations of short grass in the future. But that is actual grass that you can harvest. It's meant to be a in-between filler between flat ground texture and fall plants. And we have a whole lot of that stuff in the game now. The forest biomes have been tweaked so that there's more variety, because basically
I'm new,
we
loving
have
your
all these
videos. Thank you, man.
sub-biomes
Welcome.
that go in each biome. So the forest has around 7 sub-biomes. Their percentages for plants, like basically types of grass, have been tweaked. Short grass has been added to all of them. And we have a new short grass sub-biome that basically is just a lot of short grass. So you'll occasionally see these big patches of short grass. And if you notice the general
Yes, the AK gotta
contrast
change.
between all the plants, between the ground texture, short grass, tall grass, has all been adjusted, so it's much more consistent with each other, blends together much nicer, and it looks a lot better than it used to look. And then actually, if you can fly over to the snow, if you head up north, fly yourself over to the snow biome, that's the best place to see terrain normals have gone.
The
through.
water's
We
gone. You
used to
guys
have
notice
an
there's no
ugly
water in the
issue
rivers.
where you would see a lot of hard right there. So if you look at any of those rocky sections of snow where you see those hard rocky slopes, like on the hills and stuff,
Yep.
you'll see now that there used to be hard edges along a lot of that stuff. The artist did not like them. It was an issue with how the normals were generated and causing hard edges and stuff. That's basically been fixed. There's new normal generation code that does a different method, averages them together. And so now the snow biome, if you just like scroll around through those, find the mountainous, lumpy, rocky areas, you'll basically see it's just nice and smooth and continuous. All the blending's good, and the artists like it. So, so that was a little bit of work to get that all sorted out.
Looks pretty good. I
Performance
don't notice much of a
is about the
change,
same
but
as it was before.
it's good.
It didn't take too much performance yet. And yeah, it's just clean, smooth, transitions are good, looks nice. Yeah, so I think, Dave, so that's everything for plants, terrain. Now you'll see it's snowing right there, and it's looking fairly fogged. So weather has undergone a good amount of changes. I rewrote
Please, less rain.
fair amount of the code with how the randomness works.
Please,
Before,
less
weather
rain.
could basically, it would just vary itself up and down randomly by a small increment. So what could happen is you could essentially get stuck with the same weather for long periods of time.
Yes, the
Because it
rain.
may go down a little bit, back up a little bit, down a little bit, back up a little bit. And
Oh, look how the
that
wind's
results-
blowing, guys.
weather
That's
didn't
so
really
awesome.
change much. And look
Look
at
at
that
that.
grass blowing the wind.
Yeah.
So the weather now changes much more frequently, and it doesn't last quite as long as it used to. There's some new combinations of weather, like there's some heavier fog, thunderstorm
Yes.
type things.
I like the fog.
And the wind that was part of the weather simulation was never actually hooked up to the graphics. So now all the plants and trees, their animations that they do are tied into the actual wind speed. So you can see it's slowing down there. And it has wind gusts built into it. So as in real life, the wind, gusts up for a few seconds, dies back down, gusts up. So
Man, that's a big
it's
change.
doing both a general speed based on the type of the weather, and it's doing
Looks
gusts
nice.
on top of that. And yeah, so it's all been kind of tweaked and rebalanced, and that's what you're seeing there. Much more interesting weather, less, the old plants always waved at the same speed constantly forever. It gets kind of old and boring after a while. And yeah, the desert sky looks basically like it did before, someone just asked. So that's everything for weather. That's where weather is at. It's pretty much done. There's a few little bugs still in it. There's actually a sync bug between clients of having the same weather, but I think that's about our only issue that needs to be worked out. Someone just asked, is that lag going to affect movement? It actually doesn't at all, because the changes to weather are basically free as far as performance is concerned, because it already had a speed. It's a shader effect, and all it's doing is changing a single speed value now to sync it with the weather simulation. So there's basically no performance difference. In fact, it may even be a little bit better in performance just because the weather simulation's been cleaned up a bit. All right, so next thing is AI. Not been a ton of changes with AI, but a few interesting ones. First, we have the new Feral Sense option, which is when you go to start a game, it's part of all the other AI options that are in there when you're loading the world. We have 4 choices for Feral Sense, which is...
There's no water.
The zombies sense you exactly the same as they do now in A19, but you can set it for day, night, or both, or all, which is both. And what that does is it essentially gives the zombie a big boost to their seeing and their hearing. It is settable in XML per zombie, so it does vary a little bit, but typically most of the zombies get a boost of over 100%, so they can see and hear you from quite far away.
Pretty cool.
The dogs and the zombie bears, which are considered zombies, they also have feral sense. They have slightly different values. The bears are not quite is not quite as high of a number as like the typical zombies, just because I was trying to save your life a bit there because
Move to add performance.
The
water.
It's still like doubling of their normal.
I like the ground where the water's supposed to be, though.
So yeah, definitely adds a lot more combat to the game, I would say. A lot more. You can't get away with just wandering through towns and stuff as much as you could before. You are going to attract zombies to you much more easily. Yeah, look at that pretty heavy fog right there going on with that snow.
I want to know what happened to the water. It's like, is that like a thing?
The other main change to AI has been ducking. This one might be, I'm not sure how we can show this one off, but typically the reason this ducking got added to zombies is because in some of our new POIs, in some of the tiles for like random gen, there are sewer pipes, a fair amount of them actually, and we have these large round 3-meter diameter sewer pipes, and you could very easily put certain blocks, half blocks, like at the edges of the sewer pipes, and zombies would just plain catch their head on them, get stuck. So the simple solution to that was make zombies be able to do what a person would do in real life, which is, well, duck your head so you can look under something. So
Can a zombie duck through one block?
that's what they can do now. It's not the same thing as being able to go through 1-meter holes. They don't do that.
Oh.
It effectively just says if somebody builds 1.5-meter certain combinations of blocks where they put something that hangs down a bit, doorway trim, whatever it is,
It's not going to work.
zombies can now
I
duck
see,
down.
okay.
It makes them shorter, and they will just walk under stuff.
That'll stop a few things,
So it
okay?
just makes it a little bit harder to, to mess with the zombies and get them stuck on things that they shouldn't be stuck on.
Yeah, I was trying to see if there's any sort of scenario like that in here, but
Yeah,
I don't really
it's
see any.
a fairly rare case. It's like a lot of
Yeah.
our stuff, is designed to be clear 2-meter heights because we don't want
Yeah.
the zombies getting stuck on stuff. But yeah, you kind of have to find like the round pipes.
The riverbed looks very nice. Yeah, the riverbed looks very nice. I'm hoping that some of that riverbed actually turns into little sections of the the forest biome. So little sections, little pieces of little riverbed.
Blocks that
That'd be
would
really
cause
cool.
that issue.
Like a dried up pond or a river or something.
Right.
But
well,
anyway, we don't need to show it. It's in there. It's you'll see that zombies basically just hunch over as they walk. You can see them do it. So now we can. Next, I want to talk about
Yes,
vehicles. We now
I heard about this.
It's the same vehicles in the game as 19, but we've added 2 new things to vehicles that you can do. Mods. We now have vehicle mods, so you can finally put stuff into those slots. So actually, if you just drop something down there,
Color. You can change the color of vehicles.
and then
I
if
feel like
you,
that gave away something right there.
Yeah.
oh yeah, kind of. So, all right. Well, actually, we'll talk about the first thing. You'll notice that vehicle is not yellow anymore; it's white. So
Actually,
if you
it's
were to,
pink.
if you were to grab yourself some dies,
It's
the
pink.
standard dies that you
You change the color of vehicle.
Right.
Oh man, that's so nice.
grab a few of those fun colors. And then if you modify it,
It'll change to red.
it goes into that cosmetic slot that's been there for a while. But if he places his bike, now he has a red bike, or I guess it's red.
Yeah.
And green. It's pretty hot green. So now you guys can finally tell your vehicles apart from each other because it takes the white base color that's in the vehicles and tints it with whatever the dye is.
That's
and
awesome.
It works on all 5 of the vehicles. They all
About
start
time.
out now as a base white color, and you add the dye and it'll make it tint to white to whatever you want it to look like. So there you go. So now if you go back to the talking about mods, if you open the creative menu, you can I think if you type in vehicle or mod, one of those, yeah, they're at the bottom there. So there's now 5 vehicle mods, and they are fuel saver, off-road headlights, supercharger,
Off-road
expanded seating, and
headlights.
reserve fuel tank.
Expanded
And-
seating.
and-
What?
Yes, the mods work in all the vehicles, with the exception of seating. Expanded seating does not work on the bicycle or the gyrocopter.
Oh, I wanted to put
Because
you on
the
the handlebars.
gyrocopter doesn't
Gyrocopter.
really have an extra seat right now, somewhere to put you, and the bicycle is like, well, that's your beginner vehicle. You don't get to put another person on it. Too bad for you. But you can extra seats to the mini bike, the motorcycle, and the 4x4.
Oh, that's awesome.
So this is the fun part where I was going to join your game, and we can see it, the 2-seater at work. Watch the game.
Oh, that color. That color.
Someone asked if the light mod worked on the gyrocopter.
I love that color.
You might be able to add the light mod to it. I'm not sure
Oh,
that
that is
it
nice.
actually works because I don't think anything has been done with the gyrocopter as far as having a light in the first place. So, because of the light mod, all it really does is just make the lighting stronger, which is the same thing that the fuel saver mod does, make your fuel last longer. The supercharger mod makes your
Oh,
top
the
speed
colors
a little
make
bit
such a
higher, your
difference.
acceleration's a little higher.
It looks so cool.
And well, actually, there's 2 fuel mods because the fuel saver causes you to use less fuel. The reserve fuel tank just increases your maximum
That color, that green color.
fuel that you
I love
can
that.
put in the vehicle.
The Reachmobile, yeah.
So you can put any of those mods in there, in together, provided the vehicle has enough limits. The lower end vehicles don't have as many slots, so there may be some cases to where you can't put every one of those mods simultaneously on the vehicle. But yeah, he has a lovely purple bike there.
Yeah, it is.
All right, I am in the game. So if you go ahead and put the seating mod into
The colors look
Motorcycle,
perfect.
I
You know, they look really, really nice on
Yeah,
the
hold on,
vehicles.
let me double check.
join you.
Yep.
Don't know how you're supposed to see two people on that though. I wish we'd change the sound of the AK. It's not
Oh, yeah.
not fond of it.
There you are, 300 meters away.
That green is too clean. It better stay
Look
clean.
at those vehicles just waiting for me. All right. So he's on there. Did you put that mod in the vehicle? I'm not
Here,
looking.
let me double check just to make sure. Vehicle expanded seating mod.
Yeah. I wonder though if we just found a bug. You may have to unlock the vehicle for me to actually ride, which
Oh.
kind of makes sense, I guess. Although I should probably see if you were in.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, so that's interesting. So
Okay.
Oh,
that's a new one. So.
oh, look at us.
It's so precious.
It's very cute.
I need to watch on your stream because
Oh,
there's a little bit of a glitchy bug right now with clients riding the vehicles where the camera
You can hold
jitters.
hands, you can cuddle.
Oh, my bug
You get
bugs.
cold.
this is a little magical,
so
everybody.
You and your buddy can now roam the wastelands in your your hot rod.
It took Biggles. Biggles like, I'm coughing so much today. I'm so sorry, guys.
Maybe you'll be able to shoot from the vehicle, but we'll see if that gets done before gold. Someone just asked about the mini bike. So if you can hop off the mini bike, or hop off the motorcycle and put down a mini bike, and then add the mod to it, and then unlock it, of course. So
Change the color of
Are
those
you,
as well.
Are you still in that vehicle?
yes, I am. And
There
you
you go.
guys will see if you can see my position
Hold
where
on,
I'm at
hold on.
the vehicle. And somebody asked, so now I'll hop off. All right, here we go. Mini bike.
All right, hold on. Let me.
Hold on to those love
It's probably
handles.
locked, so I can't do anything with it. I can't jack you right now because it's all right. Let's go, man.
Oh,
That's it.
wait a minute. Should probably put some gas in it.
Yeah, if you take the mod out while someone's attached to it, they get detached from the vehicle. I actually tested all those combinations quite a bit. So yeah, if someone's in there, you can. And yes, it does look like Dumb and Dumber kind of, so you might qualify for that. But yeah, so you and your buddy can ride around on a mini bike.
Me and RJ. That's what it's gonna be, guys.
Yeah, and you do need to find the mod. I believe there's recipes for all the mods, so you're either gonna have to find them, buy them from a trader, or make them yourself. But no, the mini bike vehicles don't move slower because someone else is on them. I mean,
What
it was
happens if
already
you lock
tortured
it
out
while
to
someone
get
is
a
riding?
look at the other person.
Is it?
The passenger animation is going to change. That's one of my last things on the list. The hands will actually not be sticking out like they are. It's actually going to move the hands like down, so it'll be on your legs in a more natural seating position. Yeah, fuel is the same too. We don't do anything with like weights on the vehicle. We're not trying to see, if you made a fat dude for the game and his top speed is slower or anything. We're not doing that. So the 4x4 not only can you put 3 people in it, you can now put 4 people in it. Because when you add
4.
the seats, it actually adds 2 seats to the back of it. So you actually will have the 2 guys sitting in the front seats, and then you'll have 2 guys hanging off the back, facing backwards. So they actually sit in the Jeep.
4 people on the Jeep. That's awesome. Nice changes, guys.
Yes, you can get hurt in a vehicle as a passenger, just like the driver. You know, if someone shoots a rocket launcher into the vehicle, you're both gonna feel it.
Yeah.
All right, so that is it with vehicles, and the last thing I have is block placement. So if you get yourself some nice wood blocks, we can have fun with stability. And
What's our basic
if you
block
just
called?
do the cube one or whatever, wood. If you type in wood and get the one with the shape icon on it, that doesn't look like it. You may have to hit the filter on the top left corner, the little wood icon underneath the word all.
There it is. You got it.
Yeah, there it goes. For some reason, that shape one doesn't.
But I like how the block moves differently now. Have you
basically,
noticed?
just build something up like 3 or 4 blocks and then start building out.
It's a bit weird. I don't know if you're used to that. I'm not used to that.
Oh, and that's another thing I forgot about. You guys are seeing the new block animation.
Yeah.
We'll call it an animation. Really, it's just moving the preview around. The preview now has a smooth, interpolated thing. And see how that's turning yellow? Now what's going to happen? It's red. Go ahead and place it. Uh-oh, there goes your blocks. So yeah, it basically what it's doing now is it's calculating stability on the fly, and it's giving you a hint with the color of what's going to happen as you place those blocks. So you can see that's going to collapse. So if you go back to the roof,
That's good to know, actually.
ruining your creation there, and you were to reinforce it, you would see that you'd be able to build out further if you
It's really good to know.
added more blocks, made it like say 3 or 4 wide.
If you want to make mistakes of destroying your
and
entire build
pretty much
now,
that works in almost
placing
all
one
cases.
block.
There's probably a few edge cases still to where the shader does is like the wrong color, but it's pretty rare. In all the typical building cases, it seems pretty reliable and solid. And when it turns red, 99% it's going down. But yeah, someone asked if you could collapse POIs easier and faster. I mean, sure you could, because when you're placing blocks on it, you'll see when it turns red, or you'll at least be able to know you're getting more and more yellow, meaning you're headed towards red, and it will collapse. I'm not sure that it really helps you collapse it faster. It just tells you where you're headed.
yeah, it's really handy. There's
But
so many cases where you're building something like really high, and then you place one block and your whole thing comes down and everything is destroyed. Now at least you kind of know when you go to the top and want to place a block, it'll be red, and you'll be like, okay, no, that's a bad idea, you know.
So, and the general look of the whole preview frame has changed. The way it glows and looks, it's been cleaned up. Now, if you go and find something like the Drawbridge, Lathan, if you pick like the Drawbridge is a pretty good example. If you just grab the Drawbridge, the creative menu.
Got it.
Yeah, it's just the regular one. I guess that's it.
Yeah, let's just get on the ground.
So if you were to place that like on the side, like try to put that in a stupid spot where it's not going to stay up. It should turn pink to basically tell you it's not stable. If it's a little tricky. Normally, you have to, if you go back to the blocks that you added and try to put it where it's
I
just
see what you're
slightly
saying.
over.
Yeah.
I've had issues with this before.
You had it for a second there. See how it's turning pink? If you place it there when it's pink, it's just plain falling. So it does tell you that it's gonna fall.
Yeah.
There you go.
I've had that issue before with the
In that
drawbridges
case, it actually
specifically.
brought the other blocks with it. A lot of times it would just fall without any other blocks coming with it. It does not impact mining and cave-ins. The stability is basically the same in the game. We did make, with the block changes to get rid of like cobblestone and the reinforced concrete, we did change some of like the glue values that are used by wood. It's actually a little bit sturdier. I think wood is now sturdier than it used to be. But the whole point of that system is not to change what's happening. It's simply an indicator of how stable things are that you're building now. It's like not making you dig through caves faster, slower, or anything different. And it only affects when you're placing blocks. If you're upgrading blocks, there's still no way to know what's going to happen when you upgrade that block, because we don't try to tint blocks that are already placed in the world. I mean, that could be a feature we add someday, but that's a very different can of worms, is to take a pre-existing block and to try to put a ghost frame around it and guess its stability, because whatever it's going to upgrade to is going to turn into something else. That's a whole other can of worms trying to make that work and sort that out. And that is everything for me.
Okay. Sorry, I was trying to get to slingshot me, but it just wasn't working.
No, it doesn't actually really, work.
Nope. That's good. That's good. Okay. Well, trying to think. There's something I'm forgetting. Oh, yeah, wait a minute. No. There is something. Hey, I wasn't wrong. Give me just a moment. So I need to restart, and hopefully we should get the dismemberment working.
Can we skip this bit,
And then I also have something that Alok told me to read out loud. So I'm going to read that too, because Alok was not able to be here. The time zone he's in, it's like 4 a.m. there, so I get it. I'm going to exit. I'm going to save these changes, and then hopefully we will get this one to work. Actually, I don't even think I have to exit. I just need to make sure that's saved. And hopefully...
I'm interested to see the dismemberment. That's pretty cool.
Was to turn on DM. And then, where are you, Steve? That didn't work. Is that correct? Did it?
Yeah, it just exploded. It's supposed to be one that's left there that still kind of jiggles.
Okay, well then here. Hold on, everybody. I'm just going to copy over the file that I should have done that to begin with. Give me just a sec.
Yes, I want to see that, because I'm not going to stay for the Q&A. If you guys want to stay for the Q&A,
answering questions. I just wanted to make sure this was able to be shown.
Link it for you guys.
Steve out here. And then if I come up and I go...
Okay.
Well, that wasn't as impressive because I kind of crushed him like that. Here, let's get the machete out. I blocked it.
A whole bunch of Steves.
Come on, Steves.
Oh, that's awesome. What?
There you go. Look at that. Off with your hand.
That is cool. And then their hand just. that is satisfying.
Arm there. You can have a couple different points, so hands can come off, legs can come up with the legs and the knees.
Both his arms fell off.
This is kind of a continuation of what Ryan showed off. Now we actually have the system.
You must just remember, guys, it's doing it all the time because he's got it enabled to do it every single time to show you. So when you're actually doing it, it's not, the arms and heads are not going to fall off every single time. It's just like a random occurrence.
And this is our first zombie here that we have added working with it.
The head explodes. Jeez.
And each one there, if you can kind of see on the blunt there, each one can have an animation with it too. So there's a little bit of jiggle when he first hits the head. coming from the animation.
Especially if they don't have any arms. Yeah, zombies can. They bite you.
Oh, wait a minute.
There is a attack animation of them lunging their face at you, so it's considered an attack. It works.
Oh wow, it just broke his leg and
Because,
started crawling.
taking zombies' arms off is not new. The way it looks is new, but you could take their arms off before. Like that dude right there, he could still bite you.
So it's just an option right now as well on the blunt to have it be dismembered. It may only be in certain circumstances or something, but for now it's just every part can be dismembered.
We're gonna do
Alright guys, I think that's about it. I'm going to take a link of this. I'm going to put this in the stream. If you guys want to go watch the Q&A, then there you have it guys. I'll pin it there while I'm gone. So yeah, you can go watch that. If you want to watch the rest, it's just about talking as Q&A stuff. I'm not interested in listening to all that, especially on stream. I'll probably fall asleep. And it is currently 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm tired. I need to go to sleep. So this was fun, guys. I'm really looking forward to this. This is some really good stuff. The stream was a little bit annoying because it was like forward and backward. So hopefully next time it wouldn't be as bad. But I enjoyed what they showed. There's a lot of cool things coming. I'm really excited to get into this now. I like the color of the cars. I like the wind blowing with the trees and the grass. I think that's really, really, really nice change. And as well as the texture for the forest biome, I think that was well needed. I'm glad they've changed that because it was so empty before. I would like to see in the future some sticks and logs and just some random stuff laying on the floor instead of just having it what it is, just a texture. It would be nice to have that stuff and decorate the forest biome a little bit more. Some different trees, some different foliage, you know, all that stuff makes a huge difference. You have no idea. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed my reaction to the stuff. I'm sorry if I may have felt or seemed a little sleepy. I am very tired. And we'll be back tomorrow with either a video or a stream. And this week is going to be packed with some really good content because me and RJ are back from our holiday. And we've got some cool stuff to bring to you guys. And yeah, guys, if you're new, subscribe, hit the like, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Thanks for sticking around.